and today we'll be doing a math video on exponents and roots. So we're gonna do squaring in this part of the video, squaring a number. And squaring a number is multiplying that number by itself. So, for example, if you have 5 squared, the tiny 2 at the top, is the exponent. And if we have a 2 as the exponent, we call it squared. So, squared equals power of 2. And now, 5 times 5 is, you probably know, is 25. And 5 squared is 5 times 5. 5 squared equals 25. And that is our answer. And for our next example, we have 12 squared and 12 times 12. Because, like I said before, squaring a number is multiplying it by itself. 12 is what we call the base, and 2, the tiny 2, is called the exponent, like I said in the last example. 12 times 12 is 144. Therefore, 12 squared is 144. And we got our answer. So here, we are going to cube numbers. And squaring, we multiply the number by itself. Cubing, we're going to do it 2 times. So, for example, 3 times 3 times 3. 5 times 5 times 5. 13 times 13 times 13. And cubing, like I said, is just x times x times x, or x cubed. You can also say it as x raised to the 3rd power. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, which is equal to 27. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. 11 cubed is 11 times 11 times 11, which is 1,331. Root of x means a number when it is squared or multiplied by itself equals x. So square root of x is equals y times y equals x, and we're trying to find y, right? So square root of 9 equals x times x equals 9, and we're trying to find x. And x is 3, since 3 squared, or 3 times 3, equals 9. And now, cube root of y equals x times x times x equals y. So, therefore, x cubed equals y. That's why it's called cube root of y. So, for example, cube root of 729 is going to be equal to x times x times x equals 729. x equals 9. And that is our answer. Okay, so now we are going to simplify radicals. And after you learn it, it's very easy. But in the first stages, it can be tough. Root 8. Root 4 equals 2. Root 4 times root 2 equals root 8. Because root x times root y is root xy, no matter what numbers you take. So now, we now conclude root 8 is equal to root 4 times root 2, like we saw before, which is 2 times root 2, because root 4 is 2. All right. So now that we've found the solution to this problem, let's go on to something a little bit bigger. Not cube roots yet, but yeah. So, right now, we have root of the legendary number 72. And root of 72, like we saw before, is root 36 times root 2. Root 36 is 6. Root 2 is root 2. So 6 root 2 is the answer. So root 72 equals 6 root 2. And now we're moving on to cube roots. These are a tiny bit trickier, but you get the hang of them. So we're going to be doing cube root of 54. It's the same concept because cube root of 27 times cube root of 2. We know that cube root of 27 equals 3. And root 54 is cube root 54 is going to be equal to 3 times cube root 2.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.